told to speak as loud as possible. It's a little frightening now. Welcome to the Connecticut Historical Society and to our fourth and last concert in our summer concert series. I am Kate Schramm, and I direct the Connecticut Cultural Heritage Arts Program, which has organized this concert series to feature heritage and traditional musicians from communities that CHAP works with. As Connecticut's Folk and Traditional Arts Initiative, CHAP joins culture bearers to help them strengthen and sustain activities that are deeply meaningful within their communities all across the state and region. I want to offer a particular apology tonight. We did have a food truck scheduled, and we were all very excited to have them here, and they are missing. And we don't know what has become of them. We hope they're okay. I encourage all of you, feel free to order yourselves a DoorDash or a pizza delivery if that is your desire. We also have some snacks available in the CHS gift store, chips and cookies and sodas and waters and things like that, if you need something to tide you over. But again, we're really sorry. We were looking forward to the food truck as well. So tonight's concert is a special feature of mentor and apprentice artists from one of CHAP's activities, the Southern New England Apprenticeship Program in Traditional Arts, or SNEAP for short. 2 years ago, it was a pleasure to support singer and scholar Jerry Bryant as a mentor in teaching sea shanties and their history and deeper meanings to Ben Gagliardi and Armand Aromin, who already have a very deep knowledge of the traditional songs of Rhode Island and perform together as the Vox Hunters. I'm delighted to have them all here tonight, and I look forward to hearing what they will share with all of us. For those of you who have attended previous concerts, you'll recognize the brightly colored surveys. As always, if you fill out a survey tonight and turn it into our hospitality table, you'll receive a free family pass to the CHS. We have a lot of great exhibitions and programs coming up and up now, so grab a flyer or check out chs.org for more information. For those of you who are joining the live stream tonight, there is a link to an online survey in the video information. Please do fill it out. We'd love to get your feedback as well. I'd like to take a moment right now on a more solemn note. Before we enjoy tonight's concert, I ask us to take a moment to reflect on the tragic events that occurred 20 years ago today, and also acknowledge that we are living in a time when so many have been and continue to be impacted by this virus. I ask that we enter into a moment of silence to honor the fullness of life, the sorrows and joys, those who have left this life, and those who maintain their memories. Thank you. We're so grateful to the Evelyn W. Preston Memorial Fund, Bank of America NA trustee for making this concert series happen. Thanks also go to the Connecticut Office of the Arts, DECD, and the National Endowment for the Arts for their ongoing support, and the CHS staff especially for making this come together. Thank you to all the Connecticut Historical Society members for joining us in our mission to cultivate understanding of history and culture in Connecticut, its role in the United States and the world. Through the many things that we do, we reflect the past, actively engage with the present, and innovate for the future, and you are all part of that today. Thank you very much, and without further ado, welcome Jerry Bryant and the Vox Hunters.
Oh, stormy, he is dead and gone. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Oh, stormy, he is dead and gone. Carry him to his burying ground. To me way, stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along. To me way, stormy. Carry him to his Cape Horn.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Close by the place where he was born.
Carry him to his burying ground.
To me way is stormy.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
To me way is stormy.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Now you who dig old Stormy's grave,
walk him along, John, carry him along.
Well, dig it deep and make it safe.
Carry him to his burying ground.
To me way is stormy.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
To me way is stormy.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Oh, he dug his grave with a silver spade.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
His shroud of the finest silk was made.
Carry him to his burying ground.
To me way is stormy.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
To me way is stormy.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Oh, and lower him down with a golden chain.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Make sure that he don't rise again.
Carry him to his burying ground.
To me way is stormy.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
To me way is stormy.
Carry him to his burying ground.
And now howl me, boys, to waken the dead.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
And stow him away in his last lonely bed.
Carry him to his burying ground.
To me way is stormy.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
To me way is stormy.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Well, thank you. In case you didn't know it, that was a shanty.
A what?
Shanties were the work songs of sailors. They used them to help with the tough rhythmic work on board a square rig sailing vessel during the 19th century and a little before and a little after. But our apprenticeship program was all about learning about shanties and singing tons of shanties. And so we're not going to subject you to the quizzes and the homework assignments that poor Ben and Armand had to deal with. We're just our only request is that you sing along on the choruses, because that's what these songs are designed for, singing by everybody.
This is actually the first anniversary of the completion of this apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So
We were supposed to do this a year ago, July. But,
so we're celebrating with a performance.
Here we are. So, having sung a shanty, we're gonna jump right into something that's not a shanty, just by way of contrast. But this has got a lot of nautical goodness in it. It is it's a little poem called "The Sailor's Grace" that was set to music by some unknown hand some years in the dim past. But it since some of you are eating, this is right in line with that activity. It's about what sailors were fed on board ship. They usually had salted beef, but they suspected in many occasions that the captain was chintzy and cheap, and that he actually bought them horse meat, which they didn't want to eat. And so this Sailor's Grace is all about that suspicion.
Bon appetit.
Old horse, I'd have you know that to the galley you must go, where the cook, without a sign of grief, will boil you down and call you beef. Old horse, what brought you here from Sagarap to Port food for every hard work tar. In strongest brine you have been sunk until you're hard and coarse as junk. Old horse, but brought you here from Saccharap to Portland Pier, all worn out with sore abuse. They salt you down for the sailors' use. Oh, the sailors, they do you despise. They pick you up and they damn your eyes. They eat your flesh and they gnaw your bones, and they throw the rest to Davy Jones. Old horse, what brought you here from Saccharap to Portland Pier, all worn out with sore abuse? They salt you down for the sailors' use. Old horse, both near and far. No, we're gonna do a break, aren't we? Saccharap to Portland Pier, you carted stone for many a year. You labored long and well, alack, till you fell down and you broke your back. Old horse, what brought you here from Saccharap to Portland Pier, all worn out with sore abuse? They salt you down for the sailors' use. Old horse, what brought you here from Saccharap to Portland Pier, all worn out with sore abuse? They salt you down for the sailors' use. Hope that gave you an appetite. Just a note that Saccharap is the old name for Westbrook, Maine, and Portland in the song is Portland, Maine. So that's a New England song.
That's our favorite song that Jerry taught us, actually, because it was one of the first non-shanty songs that he kind of sat down knee to knee and taught us word for word. But it wasn't just that. He had our greyhound sitting next to him and was using him as a drum, and then we realized, oh, this is getting kind of creepy. Our dog kind of looks like a horse. Is Jerry planning to cook this for us? Fond memories.
No greyhounds were harmed. He's sleeping away at home.
Back middle? Oh, I go into shantyman position now. So we're going to sing just an a cappella one. This is, like Jerry said, one of the songs that be used to heave or haul something. In this case, haul. This is a Halyard Shanty. It has a very, very easy bit to join in on. And Armand here is going to demonstrate something. How do you end a shanty? In this context, and in some contexts when it's easy to make up lines, you go on forever and ever and ever until everyone gets tired. But in a work context, you'd stop when the job was done. So Armand is going to be the mate and end this for all of you.
I will say the magic words. Hopefully not too loud.
Somebody's knocking at the garden gate. Hello, somebody, hello, it's Bully John and his bully mate. Hello, somebody, hello, somebody's knocking with a bloody big stick. Hello, somebody, hello, it's Bully John from New Brunswick. Hello, somebody, hello, somebody's knocking at the gates of hell. Hello, somebody, hello, it's Bully John, we know him well. Hello, somebody, hello, St. Peter came knocking at the forecastle door. Hello, somebody, hello, but I'm not ready for the golden shore. Hello, somebody, hello, Somebody's knocking at the gates of heaven. Hello, somebody, hello. There are 8 of us here, and now there's 7. Hello, somebody, hello. Oh, haul away to get your pay. Hello, somebody, hello. It's haul away for a sack of rapapay. Hello, somebody, hello. Now somebody's sleeping on this airline. Hello, somebody, hello. That lighter ought to rise and shine. Hello, somebody, hello. Someone's knocking at the garden gate. Hello, somebody, hello. It's Bully John and his bully mate. Hello, somebody, hello. It's haul away to get your pay. We did it! We did it!
We did it! We raised the sail.
That's one of the curious things about what has happened to these wonderful musical artifacts. These songs were created as tools, and they were only sung by sailors while at work. There's some indication that they thought singing a shanty on shore was bad luck. So you would never have heard a shanty unless you could have gone on board a ship.
We may have all cursed you. We're sorry.
Yeah, but these musical artifacts of a lost culture are so beautiful that we can take them today. You don't have to go in a museum and look at these artifacts behind a case. They won't break. We get to sing them. We get to do whatever we want with them because they're just gorgeous. And so, yeah, we're taking a lot of liberties here. Sorry, sailors, but we hope the spirits of the songs shine through.
I love that new shanty motto. If it has to be sold to anyone, shanties, they won't break.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a couple of songs that really highlight the absolute importance of African American work song in the development of shanty singing. This is well documented. It's kind of a forgotten part of our past, but there probably would not be shanties as we know them without the singing of slaves and other African Americans. And so we're going to celebrate that with a number called Dance Gal, Gimme the Banjo. And we're going to demonstrate what can happen to a lovely melody like this. We'll do it as a shanty, and then we're going to play it as a little dance tune. If you feel the spirit move you, don't be shy.
Whatever you do, don't give us any banjos. We are not accepting any at the moment. We've reached our quota.
One. Yeah.
Good warning, yeah. Oh, this is the day we're gonna pick on the banjo. Dance gals, give me the banjo. Oh, that banjo, the 7-string banjo. Dance gals, give me the banjo. Oh, that banjo, the tala-tala-wango. Dance gals, give me the banjo. Yes, that banjo, the 7-string banjo. Dance gals, give me the banjo. When I was just a 1 and 20. Dance gals, give me the banjo. I had gals and money aplenty. Dance gals, give me the banjo. Oh, that banjo, the tala-tala-wango. Dance gals, give me the banjo. I was sent to school to be a scholar. Dance gals, give me the banjo. My collar was tight and I couldn't swallow. Dance gals, give me the banjo. That banjo, the tala-tala-wango. Dance gals, give me the banjo. That's my book there on the table. Dance gals, give me the banjo. You can read it if you were able. Dance gals, give me the banjo. That banjo, the tala-tala-wango. Dance gals, give me the banjo. That banjo, the tala-tala-wango. Dance gals, give me the banjo.
some of Armand's lyrics may not be traditional.
Some traveling verses popped out of their pop songs, made its way into my vocal cords. But yeah, in honor of Britney Spears. She's nearly free, which is amazing. And Spice Girls verse because I love the Spice Girls. So, alrighty, speaking of nothing of those things, we're going to move on to a modern...
So, that's a perfect segue. Modern songs, they're going to bring it into the
That's
modern
right,
one?
yes. Speaking of pop songs, here is a modern maritime song that exists in our tradition and was written back in the 90s, I believe the 90s, written by a local musician. I think is he? Yeah.
Yep.
David Littlefield. He was part of a group called Four Bitter, based at Mystic Seaport. And yeah, it goes like so. And it's based off a true story, true family history. Connecticut history. And it's pretty amazing because if I hadn't had said that, you may not know that it was a newer song. So very much written in the spirit of the tradition. E flat. All right, I'm going to sing the chorus twice so that you can hopefully catch on. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. Let's all try it. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. No, my parents, they were immigrants. To Bridgeport they did come. My father worked in a dress bone mill. Later his two sons. For the mill it paid good wages, and the hours were not too long. And there's plenty to do for a capital crew, so we'll sing this jovial song. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. At the oil works in Frisco, where many a ship is well found. Mast to mast and yard to yard, and the docks and the wharves around. Oh, they're laden with precious cargo, secured in the Arctic ground. Whalebone shipped by rail northeast to be cut in Bridgeport town. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. First the fringe is sheared by the brush maker. The bone is soaked and steamed. The grain bone saved and the backbone called to be staved in the splitting machine. It makes stays for ladies' corsets, whips and collars too, and parasols and forearm bows and the horn that fits the shoe. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. Here's a health to the Frisco whalers, likewise the capital crew of the Andrew Hicks, the Mary Hume, and the bold Alexander too. Oh, you ladies of good fashion, on whom our work is well found, and where bless our well to blah 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 blah. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. Oh, I am a whalebone cutter. My hands are smooth but worn. I never sailed around Good Hope, nor around Cape Horn. Thank you very much. That is my own interpretation of that last verse. I did come up with that on the write down, so I thought it was important to me to make that happen. So thank you for being here for that.
Yes, that's a privilege. We singers get to exercise regularly.
Yes, indeed.
Doing our own...
Yeah, the living tradition.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a living
Not encased in glass, it moves with the weather.
Well, you may have noticed that was not a song about sailors. It was about trades that the sailing ships supported and the whaling ships enabled, and that was a big part of the tradition as well. These industries that were linked to the sea trades. We're going to do another song next that is a New England-based song that has to do with shipbuilding. Yeah, that's right.
You told them to dance.
I know. This song is about sending crews in a schooner down from New England to harvest live oak timbers to use in making the sailing ships back here. Live oak is a fantastic wood for building ships. It's dense, it's hard, it's rot resistant, and so it was prized, but getting it back in the 1800s was a real job. And so somebody who experienced that job wrote a song about it. We don't know who, but it's called Maulin' Live Oak. D minor. One day I was traveling and happened to think my pockets is empty, I can't buy a drink. I am an old bummer, completely dead broke, and there's nothing to do but go maulin' live oak. Derry down, 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 derry down. So I went right away for to see Captain Swift, to see and find out would he give me a lift. He looks me all over from top on to toe. Says he, "You're the boy who live oaken must go." Derry down, 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 derry down. Then he took out the contract which both of us signed, to keep and secure if we both were inclined. But the very best wages that he could afford was only $5 a month, and my board derry down, 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 derry down. Well, I had to get ready without much delay, for the schooner was sailing the very next day, with 2 pints of whiskey, a pipe, and a spoon. Away we set sail for Mosquito Lagoon. Derry down, 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 derry down. Now bluff was the game that we played every night, and in it Charles Douglas, he took great delight. He won my tobacco while others cracked jokes. Says he, "You'll get more when you're maulin' live oak." Derry down, 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 derry down. Now maulin' this live oak, they say, is great fun, especially the dry ones that make the sweat run. It'll make your axe handles to glimmer and smoke. Oh, you need iron handles for maulin' live oak. Derry down, 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 derry down. It's mosquitoes by day and it's midges by night, and the sand fleas and bed bugs, they bother me quite. And if ever back home my head I do poke, it's to hell I'll kick Swift and his gall-darn live oak. Derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. Tough work.
Well, I'm going to shift again. A perfect transition. Talking about mauling live oak, we're going to sing what we believe from the notes on the field recording to be a log rolling shanty. This we originally got from our friend Audie Sousa at one of the annual shanty blasts that happens in January. So if ever you're interested in singing more shanties, there are opportunities yearly at least. But looking into this song a little bit, we found the field recording. It comes from a group of Georgia Sea Island singers, so another influence of African American singers in the work song and then shanty tradition. So we adjusted the way we sing it a little bit, so to make it new and exciting for ourselves.
Adjusted it Thursday.
We've got to keep ourselves on our toes. Key. My old missus is a rich old lady, hard times in old Virginia. 7 servants to care for the baby, hard times in old Virginia. Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
My old missus, she promised me.
Hard times in old Virginia.
When she dies, gonna set me free.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
My old missus, now she gets so old.
Hard times in old Virginia.
All the hair on her head goes bald.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
My old missus is a rich old lady.
Hard times in old Virginia.
7 servants all around her table.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Grab a bucket, gonna go to the water.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Got a bucket, gonna go tomorrow.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old
Virginia.
Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Grab some corn, lay it down by the fire.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Watch them flames get higher and higher.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old
Virginia. Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old Virginia.
Hard times in old Virginia.
Oh, in old
Virginia. Hard times in old Virginia.
There you go.
Tricky time.
Oh, I'm still in the middle. I'm gonna move this squeezy over here. So, we've been entertaining you, and now we're going to entertain each other. So, in the times that sailors wouldn't be working, they'd be singing four bitters and land songs in the different areas of the ship that they're allowed to do so in.
And you wouldn't sing shanties on land.
Yes.
It was considered bad luck. So consider yourselves unlucky with us.
But also any instrument that could easily go to sea, a fiddle, a harmonica, something that you could fit in your pocket, jaw harp, bones, things like that. That's what they would kind of play on their off time to entertain each other. And, I don't want that key. That's a different key. But also you could imagine there's many traditions of percussive dancing that would be adopted and explored by sailors on board the nice wooden floorboards of the ship.
Yes, and before I run out of breath
The
and
wooden floorboards.
am not able to explain what I'm doing, I'm going to explain it now. So I'm going to be doing a combination of two different styles of percussive dance. I will be doing shannos, old style Irish step dancing. So it's not quite the river dance, high flying kicks and wigs that you're expecting. And the other bit of it is Appalachian flat foot clogging, which might look similar to tap dancing and was definitely the precursor to tap dance. What else? Oh, and the one swing dance move that I learned in high school. It may come up.
An amalgam of all of it. And Jerry, how will you be dancing?
I'm going to dance with these bizarre percussion instruments called the bones, which originated in Africa, migrated through the minstrelsy into Irish music, and today they mystify and bewilder the uninitiated.
And I will be playing the humble tin sandwich. So here's a tune called Fischer's Hornpipe. How appropriate.
once again, we've timed this poorly where I sing a song right after dancing. Let's see here. Way back when we were talking about Give Me the Banjo, we were talking about Halyard Shanties, and so this is another Halyard Shanty. I learned this from the singing of Craig Edwards, who's a wonderful musician, also a member of Four Bitter with David Littlefield, based in Mystic, Connecticut. And what else?
Well, we're going to do it two different ways.
Yes,
like
indeed.
a Chinese meal.
Yes.
Shanty
yeah, so,
2-way.
Yes. One half of the poo-poo platter. So, the first way we're going to do approximately closer to what you would experience on a ship. And then the next way will be as if we were rowing a boat. And this I learned from our friend Benedict and Armand, who's based in Maine, who is a rower and a singer of work songs, who very often repurposes shanties for farm work. And so we'll try to recreate that.
So shanties, they can't be broken and they ain't dead. They're still used.
Yes.
Hurrah.
And we will be the merry mimes here, acting out things.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here.
So we'll be, the first Halyard version of this will be raising a lighter sail, probably maybe a Tgallant or a Royal, which doesn't take quite as much effort as some of the big heavy sails down lower on the mast.
We can handle it. Yeah.
We can handle it.
Alrighty, so here we go. Oh, this is the way we play. No,
Nope.
other way. It's in the morning. Oh no, how does it go?
Shallow,
Oh God.
Shallow brown.
Sometimes people joke about how folk music all sounds the same. And if you know folk music, then it doesn't. But right now, it's happening to me. How does it go?
Shallow, shallow in the morning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Cool.
Shallow.
Here we go. So we had that dry run through, and now the show. It's shallow, shallow in the morning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
It's shallow as the day is dawning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
I thought I heard the old man say,
Shallow, shallow brown.
tomorrow is our sailing day.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Oh, the blackbird sang and the crow said caw.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Let's get this sail set by 4:30.
Shallow, shallow brown.
The blackbird said unto the crow,
Shallow, shallow brown.
I think it's time we roll and go.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Oh, yes, I love you, Juliana.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Oh, yes, I love you, Juliana.
Shallow, shallow brown.
So that's the first way. And then the other way, is, like I mentioned before, learned this from Benedict and Armand as we were rowing out on Long Pond at Pinewoods Dance Camp at a great folk music camp. So here we go. Let's see here.
Get the boat rowing, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, now we're rowing. It's shallow, shallow in the morning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
It's shallow as the day is dawning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
My wife and baby, they do grieve me.
Shallow, shallow brown.
It breaks my heart for me to leave you.
Shallow, shallow brown.
We're bound away to Baltimore.
Shallow, shallow brown.
To dance upon that sandy floor.
Shallow, shallow brown.
We're bound away around Cape Horn.
Shallow, shallow brown.
That's where the winds are never worn.
Shallow, shallow brown.
And this is the way we play on the banjo.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Oh yeah, the banjo, 7-string banjo.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Thank you very much.
Now we should know that's much easier to do without an actual oar in your hand.
Yeah, I know. You have to make it feel heavy
It would
in your
be more
hands.
like As long as someone's singing along, then everyone's coordinated.
Yeah, does the singer not have to row?
Yeah, I actually shouldn't have been rowing, but I felt left out.
Thanks for helping out.
You're working overtime.
Now, one of the amazing facts about 19th century sailing ships was that the sailors on them were incredibly cosmopolitan. In a time when it was hard to get to any place other than your own hometown, sailors traveled the entire world over, and a lot of them were New Englanders in particular, and so you could think of our ancestors here in New England as probably the best traveled people of that era. They got around. So we're going to do a shanty next. This is a capstone shanty, which was a kind of a winch on the sail on the ship that they used for pulling up the anchor and other heavy jobs, and they kind of marched around it. And this will take you on a voyage from up on the St. Lawrence River all the way out across the Pacific Ocean. Join in. Oh, was ye ever in Quebec, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, launching timber on the deck, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. Oh, was ye ever in Miramichi, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, where you ties up to a tree, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. Now was ye ever in Baltimore, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, dancing on that sandy floor, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. Now was ye ever in Valpo, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, where the gals put on a show, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. Oh, was ye ever in Frisco town, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, where them pretty girls roll down, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. Oh, was ye ever in Hong Kong, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, where the men wear pigtails long, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. Oh, was ye ever in Bombay, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, drinking coffee and bohea, my bonny heelin' laddie. Away, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, bonny laddie, heelin' laddie, way, hey, and away we'll go, my bonny heelin' laddie. High enough.
What a trip.
Long trip. Homeward bound. You get to go home from Bombay. All right, I need my little stool back.
Now, if a handful of reeds, this is an Anglo concertina, if a handful of reeds isn't enough for you, we're going to put a mouthful in the mix too. So
Yep.
this is sort of very sailory, very reedy.
It's reedy, all right. This song is not a shanty. The songs that sailors sang for fun are variously known as four-bitters, or main hatch songs, or off-watch songs. Sailors had to make their own music if they wanted music on a ship, and so this is an example of the kind of song they would have sung in their off hours, and it tells the story about a voyage home and then the almost inevitable result. Oh, to Surabaya town will bid adieu to lovely Kate and pretty Sue. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're bound to plow the watery world. Hurrah, we're homeward bound, hurrah, we're homeward bound. Oh, the wind blows hard from the east, northeast. Our ship will make 10 knots at least. The purser will our wants supply. While we have rum, we'll never say die. Hurrah, we're homeward bound, hurrah, we're homeward bound. And if we touch at Malabar or any other port so far, the skipper then will tip the chink, and just like fishes we will drink. Hurrah, we're homeward bound, hurrah, we're homeward bound. The man on the lookout proclaims the sail with a joyful shout. Can you make her out? I think I can. It's the pilot heading out from land. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. And when we arrive in Hartford town, the pretty girls will flock around. These are the words you'll hear them say. Here comes Jack with his 9 months' pay. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. And then we'll haul to the Dog and Bell to drink the liquor that they sell. In comes the landlord with a smile, saying, drink up, boys, it's worth your while. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. When our money is gone and spent, with none to be borrowed and none to be lent, in comes that landlord with a frown, saying, get up, Jack, let John sit down. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. Oh, and then poor Jack must understand the ship's in port, a wand in hands. He'll go on board like he's done before, and he'll bid farewell to his native shore. Hurrah, we're outward bound. Hurrah, we're outward bound.
Well, Jerry, the set list has you singing more.
Oh my
and more.
gosh. The price of mentorship. Haven't you learned all these songs yet? Come on.
We came to call Jerry Captain Professor throughout this whole apprenticeship program, so it's kind of funny that yeah, Captain Professor is still at the helm.
I forgot my tweed jacket and my Greek fisherman's cap. Would have been perfect. We're going to do a little medley of a couple of shanties. The chorus of the first one, which is called Bound Down Trinidad, is indecipherable to modern people. We have no idea really what they're talking about in here. If anyone knows, please see us after the show. We can fill in those gaps in our knowledge.
We'll take guesses, yeah.
and then we'll shift into one of the many versions of the Ranzo Shanty, and we'll explore some odd cargo on the way. We need a key, right? Oh, tell me, Mr. Stevedore, how do you stow your cargo? Way, sing sonny door. Oh, tell me, Mr. Stevedore, how do you stow your cargo? Bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. Booge free, my bully boys, a Burton in the archway. Way, sing Sonny Door. Boo tree, my bully boys are Burton in the archway, bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. Oh, tell me, Mr. Barber, how do you shave your customers' way? Sing Sonny Door. I take 'em by the noses and scrape 'em on the chinsy, oh, bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. Boo tree, my bully boys are Burton in the archway, way, sing Sonny Door. Boo tree, my bully boys are Burton in the archway, bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. What will you do with Sonny Door if ever you do find her? Way, sing Sonny Door. I'll roll her in my arms, me boys, all amongst the clover, bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. Boo tree, my bully boys are Burton in the archway, way, sing Sonny Door. Boo tree, my bully boys are Burton in the archway, bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. Oh, that's high enough, now stretch your luff, come rock and roll me over, way, sing Sonny Door. The ship is tight, the crew's all right, and the old man's all in clover, bound down Trinidad to look for Sonny Door. We're homeward bound from China, all on board a limey liner, Ranzo, Ranzo, away, away. We're loaded down with curios from China and the Indies to be high-low, Maranzo Ray. We are bound for Gibraltar and our cargo's bricks and mortar, Ranzo, Ranzo, away, away. We're bound for Santiago with a loaded German lager to me high-low, Maranzo Ray. Oh, we're bound for Buenos Aires with a load of green canaries, Ranzo, Ranzo, away, away. We're bound for Valparaiso with a load of rusty razors to me high-low, Maranzo Ray. Oh, we're bound for Yokohama with a load of grand pianos, Ranzo, Ranzo, away, away. We're bound away for Frisco with a cargo of a biscuit and high-low, me Ranzo, high-low, me Ranzo Ray. Okay.
Well, would you like to hand over the shanty seat?
Please.
So there are a lot of shanties that have homeward bound, outward bound, farewell, all kinds of stuff like that, and this is one of those. It is called the Farewell Shanty, one of many. As you could imagine, many people were singing farewell from many different places, so you get lots of things like that. This one comes from a captain from New London, Connecticut, named Captain Christopher Culver, who supplied a bunch of sea shanties and songs for a ballad collector named Helen Hartness Flanders, who went through New England collecting folk songs from people who knew them from their grandparents and things like that before they were lost to the ages. But this song, many shanties, all shanties pretty much, give a perfect platform for making stuff up, because if you're the shanty man and the work's not over, you have to keep singing to keep everyone in line, even if you used up all your good verses. So in a way, Jerry was saying shanty singing is kind of like the original rap form. Freestyle, yeah. So we'll see what happens. We might use a couple traveling verses, and we might do a couple observational verses. We might come to a screeching halt in hilarity, and it might work out. But we'll start off with some common lines, and you'll get the two refrains very easily. And this is in this key. Well, I thought I heard the old man say, goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well. It's almost time that we were away. Hurrah, my boys, you're homeward bound. We're bound away towards the end of this song. Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well. We hope that you'll just start singing along. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. $1 a day, that's a fisherman's pay. Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well. It's easy come, easy go away. Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound.
Oh, I'm singing right here with Armand and Ben.
Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well.
And they are both learning to be shanty men.
Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound.
Oh, after this show, I'm bound for Hartford.
Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well.
I'm eating ice cream, it's all I can afford.
Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound.
bound.
Oh, Spider-Man, oh, Spider-Man. Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well. He does whatever a spider can. Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound.
Oh, Elizabeth Park is right down the street.
Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well.
It's a great place, your lover to meet.
Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward
Oh,
bound.
don't you be fooled by the rocks I have got.
Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well.
I'm still Jenny from the block.
Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound. Well, we're singing to you as you sit on the hill. Goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well. I cannot believe that you're sitting there still. Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound. Well, I thought I heard the old man say, goodbye, fare you well, goodbye, fare you well. It's time that you all were away. Hurrah, my boys, we're homeward bound. Now you have something to take in the car ride home with you. Come up with as many verses as you want.
That was great.
All you need is a rhyming couplet. They're everywhere.
Okay, we are reaching the end of the voyage here. We're gonna blast out of here with a big gun. Accordions were favorite instruments on sailing ships because they were cheap and durable.
Yeah, when I'm done with this, I just toss it in the garbage can before I...
There were no documented cases of shipmates killing the accordion player on the boat, but it may have happened.
They
Who
probably
knows?
wouldn't document them. Those weren't important enough.
So we'll do a well-known old pumping shanty. Pumping was a regular job on a wooden ship. Happened every day and sometimes more than once. But this one, you can date a lot of the shanties by the references in the songs. This shanty probably dates to the 1830s because the polka arrived from Europe right about that time in the United States, and it was a craze. It was the dance craze of the 1830s. And so this shanty is about the New York gals and their ability or willingness or not to dance the polka. As I walked out on South Street on an evening in July, I met a maid who asked my trade, and a sailor John says I, and away you Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? I says, my dear young lady, I'm a stranger here in town. I left my ship just yesterday, from Liverpool I was bound, and away you Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? To Tiffany's I took her, oh, I did not spare expense. I bought her 2 gold earrings, boys, they cost me 50 cents. And away you Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? sailor, now take me home you may. But when we reached her cottage door, she this to me did say, and away you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? Me fleshman, he's a Yankee, with his hair cut short behind. He wears a pair of red-top boots and he sails on the black ball line. And away, you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? He is homeward bound this evening, and with me he will stay. So get a move on, say the boy, get cracking on your way. And away, you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? Kissed her good and proper before a flashman came. I said, fare you well, you Bowery girl, I know your little game. And away, yes, Annie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? Then I wrapped me glad rags round me and to the docks did steer. I'll never court another maid, I'll stick to rum and beer. And away, yes, Annie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? Do it again, okay. Well, that's it. We really appreciate having you come out, and bugs, I think there are some bugs out there and other things, but thank you for supporting traditional music and the program by extension here. We'll send you off with a rarely heard shanty that I dug up thanks to a Montreal musician named Sean Dager, who has started a wonderful YouTube channel called Shanty of the Week. And if you need more shanties in your life, subscribe to Shanty of the Week. I think he's coming up on his 52nd week, or he's in the high 40s now, so he's getting close to a year
Temperature's getting hot.
of shanties.
Just what you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, just look for Shanty of the Week on YouTube. And another YouTube channel, I got started combining the things I love to do, which is sing shanties and talk about them. And so I got a little channel going called Shanty Talk, and I break down all the weird words and all the jargon and show pictures of what the work actually looked like, so you can increase your enjoyment of these ancient work songs.
You can be an apprentice of Captain Professor as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of apprentice and master, I want to thank the Connecticut Historical Society and Kate Tram for having us here today. It was a year late, but here we are, fulfilling our obligations, and it was a fun time doing it. We also all have merchandise, maybe?
Not with me.
We have merchandise for sale.
Make an offer for Jerry's
Yeah,
house.
and if you want to talk to us or buy a CD or whatever, we'll be over by this flag so that crew can break this down. Thank you
I
very
didn't even
much.
think about that, but yeah.
Smart.
You can buy my crap online. Okay, this is a rarely heard shanty because it was collected only by one collector, Cicely Fox Smith, and she only gives 2 verses of it, but she calls it a pretty little anchor song. So it's a capstone shanty, and I've added a few verses just to fill it out a little bit. But join in with us.
Oh, D.
It's in there somewhere. Well, that was fun. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away. Bound away to California. I'm bound away, my darling. Every day I'm gone, I'll mourn ya. I'm bound away. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away. For the sake of you, my darling, I'm bound away, my darling. For the sake of you, my darling, I'm bound away. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away. Oh, gold to win for you, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. Gold to prove I'm true, my darling. I'm bound away. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away. So dry your tears and have no sorrow. I'm bound away, my darling. Though the clipper sails tomorrow, I'm bound away. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away, my darling. I'm bound away.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much. Have a great autumn.